Welcome to the webinar. And I'm Chen-Ju Lin, and I'm an associate professor from the Department of IEM. Today, I would like to introduce the roadmap of our department and also the Statistical Data Analysis and Quality Design Lab I'm advising. Okay, so quickly, a short introduction about myself. I got my PhD degree from Georgia Tech in the United States and also in the same research field, that is the industrial and system engineering. Okay, and after that, I worked shortly in Capital One, which is a financial company in Virginia, United States. And after that, I just come back and joined the YZU University right after being the senior statistician since then. So currently, I'm the associate professor, and I'm also the director of the curriculum sector, OAA. So I'm in charge of like the course selection and how to arrange the courses, curriculum, and so on. Okay, and then and I also got 2 times outstanding teaching awards. So I'm very interested about teaching. I would say that not only me and also the professor, of the professor coming here today are very interested in teaching as well and research. So it is our honor to share our experience with you. Oh, by the way, and then if you see the picture on the bottom left here, this is the library, which it looks pretty good. So if you have a chance in the future, you're very welcome to visit us. Okay. So how about the industrial engineering and management? So what do we do? As Ms. Chen, Huilin Chen mentioned at the very beginning, semiconductor in Taiwan is very famous. And then a lot of engineers work hard, not only engineer, but the professional from different fields work very hard to make it come true. But not only the semiconductor side, but we have very strong precision manufacturing. So in North, Center, or Southern Taiwan, so different industrial park have their different focus. And then so the roadmap of our department is that we focus on smart production and management with the 4 other research fields supporting this goal. So for example, like human factor engineering and design, that means that the ergonomic side, how are we going to design the instrument in an easy using way so that the workers will not get hurt, okay? And quality engineering and service management, like after doing the manufacturing, how can we control the quality? And once we can control the quality, we can manage the cost as well. And after manufacturing, how are we going to ship all the products out? The logistic is very important as well. And then how about all the information and the information side? We can make use of the AI, big data analytics, and many different techniques to help a lot of the not only the operation side, but also the management side more effective. So this is the roadmap of our department. So the courses and also the research of different labs are working around these 5 areas. Okay, so this is a few pictures to share with you about the 11 labs we have. Like the facility planning, how are we going to locate the facility? And then also in the inside, can we use the simulation software to decide where to place the machine so that when the worker walk around, it is more efficient and shorten the working distance? Okay, the optimization, okay, like nowadays, the AI, a lot of the back-end knowledge can be traced back to linear algebra, right? And then if we want to make it work more efficiently, actually, it requires a lot of the optimization technique. And not to mention about the sustainability, like ESG, sustainability, these are really hot topics nowadays because for the long term, we need to think about not just only make profit, we want the earth to be long lasting. So when we design the product, can we think about how about the recycle part, and then how can we make it into the supply chain? And when we collect the waste, how can we make it work so that it can save more energy? So these are all the topics. So I would say that the industrial engineering and management is quite broad. So we can apply this professional in different fields, not only for the manufacturing side, but also in the service system as well, which later on I will share with you some of the projects I joined before. Okay, so these are the classroom, and then the undergrad students, they enjoy the work, the hands-on, the Lego robot, so that they feel more interested in taking the courses. And then the physical balance part, this is for the ergonomics, because the aging issue, so we have more elderly. So how can we manage whether they are balanced or not can be very important to evaluate their health condition. Okay, machine vision. So on the bottom right picture here, the students are using the machine vision to work on inspecting the coffee beans. They want to screen out the bad ones. Okay, and then it is very interesting, I think. And then so the top two pictures, these are the screenshot from the Flexim, the simulation software. So the students, they use the Flexim software to build up, to simulate the hospital layout and to study how to shorten the queue in the hospital, so that when the patients enter, how they can study how many counters they need to open, and then how many people should they arrange, then refer them to the CT room or different X-ray room, so that the time stay in the hospital will not be that long. Okay, so you can see that not only the manufacturing, the coffee bean, agriculture, hospital, different, right? So, so what I would say is that focus on the methodology side, and then our students can apply it in different fields they are interested in. And we have, excuse me, we have several international students here, and then you can see that not many from India, so there's still the potential here, right? Okay, so how about the lab I'm working on? So so this is the lab. We leverage the statistical, machine learning, and AI techniques in different fields. So for the projects, I have involved mainly about the manufacturing and the healthcare side. So there are 4 main topics for this lab. Supply selection, like nowadays the semiconductor, the quality, the yield rate is very high. It's over 99.99%. So if we just use pass or fail, it's really hard to detect any defect one. So we can use the process capability and other measurement to evaluate the supply better, so that we know who we should purchase the items from. Okay. The second one, the process monitoring and control. How are we going to make sure that the manufacturing process is in control, or something went wrong and there should be some signal? And how am I going to use the signal and say, okay, stop, we shouldn't continue the process, so that the quality will no longer going downward. And related topics include design of experiment. How are we going to find the optimum parameter combination that can produce the better product we want? Smart healthcare. So I've joined co-work with the doctors from the Far Eastern Hospital. As Professor Liu mentioned earlier, the YZU University is the one belongs to the Far Eastern group, and the Far Eastern group have its hospital as well. So we work with the doctor there and use the machine learning techniques together with the statistical technique to help to predict the risk of the people to have the lung cancer. So we can use their checkup, the regular health checkup data, and see whether the people is risky or not. And the last one is more about the research side, the classification. What kind of algorithm we can come up with, so that we can separate the data points. For example, binary separation. Is it good, bad? Or is it healthy, or is it the patient is in a severe condition? How are we going to work on the classification of the subjects? And then we are very interested in developing the classification to make the classification performs better, more accurate, or we can have a better boundary for the separation. And here are the related papers published in recent years. Okay, so yeah, you can take a look or screenshot. They are all fine. And the projects, I would say that the projects I joined mostly are from the National Science and Technology Council. So we apply the grant from the government. And other than that, the projects, some of them are from the Far Eastern Memorial Hospital, the one for diagnosing the lung cancer. And we also help the Far Eastern Fiber Tech company to help them to work on the prediction of the machine maintenance, because when the workers, they try to fix the machine, sometimes they cannot get the problem correctly, and then they need to return to fix it again. So we use the data mining technical association rule to help them to link up the possible sequence of the reason why the machine breaks down. And yeah, and that one that was a project done by the undergrad, and our students were really hot, and they can come up with really helpful solutions. And the last one, I have a separate project working with a restaurant industry called Xiangbing, and recently they are going to open a new brand in Taipei 101. So if you have a chance, yeah, Taiwan is a very interesting place to visit and to study, of course. So in that project, I help them to work on the warehouse management side, how to place the items, where to place the items so that it can shorten the picking process. Okay, shorten the time of the picking process. And that's all for my presentation. So welcome to our department, the Department of Industrial Engineering and Management at YZU University. And it is a very beautiful campus. Thank you.